Welcome to another Joyful Gem with Audrey Joy. Most of my followers know I grew up on a farm and ranch in southwestern South Dakota. My brother and I had an old horse named Star. Now, Star didn't get ridden very much because we lived pretty busy lives, but every once in a while I'd saddle old Star up and take her for a ride around the farm. Our house sat up on a mesa, and a couple of the fields were near the house. We grew corn and alfalfa, and it was an irrigation project, so they were irrigated fields. The rest of the property, though, was in a place that we called down the hill. As you can imagine, you had to go down a hill to get to the rest of the property. And on the north side of the property, the far side from where the house was, the Cheyenne River ran through it. It's a beautiful property. There was also a small creek. Never mind that that creek was shared with free-roaming cattle during the summer months, but my brother and I spent a lot of time playing in that creek. We drank from it, we swam in it, we splashed in it, and you know what? We lived to tell about it. Also of note, in the down the hill area was a massive set of corrals that housed typically 200 head of cattle during the winter months. It was easier to feed them and much easier when calving season started in February to have them nearby. Dad fed alfalfa and he fed silage. Now, silage is kind of a pickled corn, for a lack of a better way to explain it. The corn was picked in the fall and then dumped into what we called a silage pit, and big tarps were placed over it. Now this caused the corn to ferment. It smelled awful, but it was really good nutrition for the cattle. So that's kind of the lay of the land down the hill. And one warm fall afternoon when I was in high school, I decided to take Star out for a ride. I saddled the old girl up and rode her down the hill very slowly. And then once I got to the bottom of the hill, I spurred her into a gallop and rode past the corrals, towards the silage pit, past the silage pit, and up the hill. Now, Dad was there at the silage pit, doing something with the tarps. And I rode past, full speed ahead, and waved as I went by him. So I crested the hill by the silage pit and started down the other side, but I didn't continue going that way. And by the way, Dad could no longer see me. I didn't continue in that direction, as I said. I turned sharply. I was going to ride back up the hill where there were some bluffs that you could just see the entire property. It was such a gorgeous view from up there. But the minute that I turned left, my cinch broke. And Audrey and the saddle hit the ground hard, but Star kept going, really enjoying that full gallop. Honestly, the impact knocked me out for a little while. And when I came to, my horse was nowhere to be seen, but what I could see is my dad cresting the hill I had just rode over at a full sprint. I am pretty sure I have never before or since seen my dad run. But the relief on his face when he saw me getting up, dusting myself off, and asking after my horse was pretty immense. Those kinds of horse wrecks sometimes end pretty badly. And I was a pretty lucky kid to only come away with a few bruises to my body and to my ego. The way Dad came running for me is the way God comes running to us when we're in trouble. Psalms 46:1 tells us God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in trouble. We can count on Him to be there rooting for us, protecting us in the good times and the bad. If you found joy in this gem or value in this gem, share it with a friend and follow me on my YouTube page, Joyful Gems with Audrey Joy, or my Facebook page, This Is For Me. If you're not already a Joyful Gem subscriber, you can change that. Log into my website at thisisforme.com and subscribe there, or just shoot me an email, audreyjoy@thisisforme.com. Be joyful.